Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 2 of Sister Luv's Squadcast. If you did not catch episode 1, please either go on our RSS website or any of the streaming services or YouTube and check that out because it was a lot of fun, wasn't it, everybody?
Yeah, it was great.
It was.
We'd love for you to join us for that one, but today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to do each theme kind of monthly and do a little bit different thing every week. So this won't be a cover song comparison, but we're going to do something else.
Yeah, so, as I said before, cover songs and discussing music is something we like to do on long trips. But we're 6 gals, and we love to talk and discuss things. So this is something else we often do. Shelly, the youngest of our squad here, likes to come up with some hypothetical or situational questions and make us all discuss them. So we're going to have this episode be Shelly coming up with some questions. We do not know the questions prior to her asking, and then we're going to have to answer them. So this
bear
should
with
be
our candid answers.
Drum roll, please.
I don't have to answer my own questions, right?
Yes, you do.
You have to give your opinion. Like, I know you've had time to think about it, but
Yeah. Okay, so the first one, I think I'm going to do something music related.
oh, cool.
What my chair is making noises over here.
I thought you knew the question. It was like a joke or something.
No, my chair just made a
Oh,
weird
Elsie.
noise.
Okay,
Okay.
we're serious
So,
now.
okay.
Because we are artists.
You can have the choice of one artist for life, okay, or 3 albums. Just
what
to
does
listen
that
to.
mean?
Just to listen to all your life.
Oh, you can only listen to one artist for your entire life.
Yeah.
Or
So all the music from one artist
Mm-hmm.
or 3 albums from any artist you choose.
And if you choose the one artist, just tell me all the artists you would choose. She wants to know
Okay,
both.
so now I got to know the rules on this thing. Well, I'm thinking about it.
Xena always has to have rules on
Yeah.
these.
I'm the oldest. I like making rules. All right. Well, so if I pick the choice of having an artist, only one artist I can listen to for the rest of my life.
We all know
It's
who
like
it's going to be,
painful.
Beatty.
That's like kind of a painful thought, actually. Or the 3 albums. Are those the only 3 albums you get to listen to for the rest of your life?
Yep.
Okay, it's one of these weird things.
Weird things. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want us to choose one or the other or give the answer to both?
Up to you guys.
Okay. Okay. Well, who wants to start?
You,
Racing in
Xena.
their head.
You start.
Okay.
Oh boy.
fine.
I mean, you might want to give her time to think about it. Why don't you give it first, Shell, since you've
Had
had
time to think.
time
about
to
it.
think.
Okay. So I have a hard time answering my own question here. I'd probably choose one artist
Okay.
for the rest of my life because that gives actually a lot more variety than you think.
Really?
Depending
it
on the
does.
artist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Who the artist is, I can't quite decide. Because there's some great artists that are no longer with us that you can't have music still coming out of theirs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
True.
So you are limited there if they've passed. But yeah, I don't know.
And you expect us to answer this?
You can't even answer it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I'm gonna say
So
for
you
the
don't have to say the artist.
Mhm.
You can just say what choice option you would do.
Yeah, if you can't think of one.
in my mind, clearly, if I was given this ultimatum of you can only listen to one singer for the rest of your life, or you have 3 albums you can listen to for the rest of your life, I'm gonna choose the albums. Because I just don't think, well, it does give you more song choices, I guess,
Mhm.
with the artist.
Yeah.
But I would have to have 3 different genres, I think. So I could change it up, and it would probably be 3 different albums. And if I'm going through my record case, that's going to be tricky. See what I pick. Or I'm trying to think of an album that I've listened to. Okay. I'm going to pick the 3 albums.
Mhm.
Is the choice I'm going to
Okay.
pick. Because, yes, we all know I have an artist and I have almost 6 hours of that artist on a playlist, but still, to just hear the same voice for the rest of my life, it would be sad.
Yeah.
Because you don't get such a variety. So I'm going to go with one album, and that would be Soft and Warm by Roy Hamilton. That would be one of my picks. Do you guys remember that album at all?
Is it the
I've
one with
listened
the
to
light
it.
in the lamp? He's like
Mhm.
looking by the lamp. Yeah.
Mhm. It's actually one of my favorite records, and it's one that I got last year when we went up to Solsta for my birthday. Mainly because it's an album where I like every single song on it. It's not
Mhm.
one where you're like, oh, I wish they hadn't added that.
Mhm.
I'm not crazy about it. Every single song on it is soothing. And you know I love Roy Hamilton's voice anyway. So if I really wanted to relax, I think that I would have that as an option. And I would pick Soft and Warm. For the second album, I'm going to have to really think on this. I mean, okay. Does it have to be albums that I own, or can it be any album if I could get, I could pick? Okay.
Any album.
any
Any
album.
album.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't limit yourself.
It's hard to think through. Okay. So I probably Soft and Warm by Roy Hamilton. And then for the second album would have to be probably Love Songs by Cliff.
Yes, that definitely would be in yours, Zena.
Okay, Love Songs by Cliff Richard. I have several of his albums, but that is one album that I do like every single song on it. And it gives a wide range of his songs. Because I have, Constantly on there. And then I also have We Don't Talk Anymore.
Right.
So it has something peppy, something 80s, and then it also has something 60s. And then the third one, oh my word. It probably would have to be like, well, I need country. So,
And let's not forget Christmas.
oh,
Ah.
oh, that's not even fair.
Why don't you go with the country Christmas one?
Okay, I'm actually going to go with the Dean Martin Christmas album then. I'm going to have to.
The winter
Yeah.
romance one?
That one's pretty good.
Probably that one. Yeah.
See, that's where the picking the one artist comes in.
It is an
nicely.
advantage.
It is.
Yeah. It's a hard choice because I have so many albums and stuff that I'd like. But I guess I would say, now that you bring that up, and I haven't heard too many of his Christmas songs, but I could probably listen to BJ Thomas for the rest of my life.
You would just pick BJ Thomas.
I could see that.
Because you can have his pop stuff, you
Mhm.
can have his more country stuff. He has Christian albums. He has
Mhm.
Christmas albums.
that
So
is true.
he has such a variety, and I love his voice. Like, his voice really speaks to me.
It's kind of like picking Linda Ronstadt.
Right.
That's a good one.
Right. She
That's
did
true.
so much. If I
Did you
picked
ever
Linda
do a
Ronstadt,
Christmas?
if I picked Linda Ronstadt, would I be able to listen to Somewhere Out There with her and James Ingram?
That's not cheating. It's still
No,
Linda
it's
Ronstadt.
still Linda Ronstadt.
Like, even if you picked someone like Paul McCartney, you could listen to his songs in the Beatles.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, I would either do BJ Thomas or Linda Ronstadt.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that. Have you got any thoughts yet?
Linda.
No.
She picked a stumper for the first one.
I can't
Yeah.
think of. I mean, she brought up Christmas. I definitely pick Michael Crawford.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Christmas.
Yeah.
But I think to listen to the same singer, I think that would. I would start banging my head against the wall on that one. I don't think I could do that.
Even if it
And
was like Jim Reeves.
Well, Jim Reeves is fine, but then you need something because he's soft and I like him. But you want a little Brenda Lee in there too.
It almost throws you into like from Blast in the from the Past in the movie when they only have like the certain
like
records
Perry
that they
Como.
listen to
Yeah,
Yeah, like they're watching the same episodes.
of Honeymooners. Yeah.
Yeah. That's how it
I
feels.
don't. Yeah, because you know me, I made you listen to everything.
Exactly.
So
and that's why I appreciate all music.
rap.
You never made us listen to Led Zeppelin.
No, I know. But there is
What?
some
But
songs
I know songs
of
of his.
theirs.
I've heard some songs of theirs.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there's
Linda's
even
not
like,
a music snob. The only ones, that we don't do is rap, unless you count Paula Abdul.
Yeah, that's true.
Mhm.
Okay, and then heavy metal. I just
Yeah, I can't
Well,
quite.
is
But
get
I've
Aerosmith
heard it.
technically heavy metal?
no.
No.
Oh,
They're
because that one song he does really well, I really like.
Oh,
I don't want to miss
Open
a thing.
Arms.
Yeah, I like the song. No, Open Arms is Journey.
I thought he did Open Arms too.
No.
You got to look where you are in life, you know? If you'd asked me that at 13, I'd have said the Monkees.
Right. That's
So-
my hard thing.
You know, right now, Monkees are good, but
Right now, for me, see, I'm going to go off on this, will probably be Michael Jackson. See, because you can have the Jackson 5. He had a Christmas album. And you can listen to We Are the World, which has how many artists in it?
Right. See,
Boom.
right now, I really like James Ingram. But how about 6 months from now? You know, is there another
Yeah.
artist that I'm going to be really listening to a lot?
A few years ago, you were all into Huey Lewis and the News.
Which I still
Mhm,
love
yeah.
them and stuff. And I still listen to them a lot. So it's like it's hard not to have the
how
ability
you
to
get this-
add to your, liked songs.
That's how you get this thing called a playlist.
Yeah.
I agree with BJ Thomas, though. Because
I
he
have
does
to
have.
agree.
And
Yeah.
he does a lot of duets, like with Barbara
Yeah.
Mandrell, and there's lots of different ones that it's like, yeah, he
Mhm.
has quite a variety.
You picked a smart one. That one
Yeah.
or Linda Ronstadt. Yeah.
If you're gonna
So you
go,
don't think you could do the 3 albums thing? You'd rather
No. That'd be having to stay in 3 rooms all the rest of your life.
yeah.
That's
I-
true. That's true.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
see, and that's the problem, okay? And this is a hard question for me because it is true that when I like music or that, like, a couple years ago, Crystal Gale. I listened to Crystal Gale all the time.
Drove us
All
nuts.
the time.
And that's what I listen to. And you know that right now it's Cliff Richard. Like, I love his music. I have all this, but it's like, okay, so then in a couple years, who's it going to be? Then I'll be tied down, because when I love a singer or when I love their music, I just am,
But
You're
the other
stuck-
thought on it
you-
is you won't have the ability to listen to anybody else, so you won't be able to discover any new music.
No, that'd
But
be
you
depressing.
binge these things.
That's what I'm saying.
to the point of us going, no.
I
Uh,
know. I know. And I try to play them like more when I play them back to back by myself because I don't want you guys to get annoyed by them. I want you guys to be able to enjoy the music.
Yeah, we
not-
start disliking the person you like.
I know.
But
Yeah.
anyhow, else.
Well, I like you said, you can't really do it, but BJ Thomas was a good choice. Linda Ronstadt's good choice to go with that. If I'm going off my playlist, who I have the most of, because you guys know my playlist, it's like a lot of one-hit wonders and just songs from all different artists. I'm not one to listen to the same artist. Monkees, I probably have the most of. So, but 3 albums. If I had to choose 3, definitely, I don't know, a Jim Croce one. I don't know if it's Life and Times or Photographs and Memories. I think it would be Life and Times because that has Bad Leroy Brown. And it also has that one, It Doesn't Have to Be That Way.
you would
that's a good
never
one. Mhm.
deprive yourself of Leroy Brown.
No.
No, she would not.
Is
Yeah.
that the one less slice of cheese on my floor?
No, that's
In
one
the
less set of
morning.
footsteps, but that's on it too. Yeah.
It sounds like that. It's one of those misheard lyrics things.
Yeah.
I'm like, what did he just say when I
Pair
first
of
heard
jeans on your door.
it? Sounds like slice of cheese on the floor.
It does.
In the morning.
And then I really like my Bo Donaldson and the Haywoods album. I
Yeah,
actually like a lot of the songs
I think
on
you would
that.
choose that.
And then of course the Monkees. Like
Which one?
which Monkees? Well, more of the Monkees has I'm a Believer on it.
That's the one you'd pick.
Yeah, because I
like your
do like
favorite.
We're the Monkees or the Monkees, the first one.
Mhm.
I do like that one because it has like Saturday's Child and Take a Giant Step. But I think I'd choose.
Doesn't
more
that
of
one
the
have
Monkees.
Last Train to Clarksville 2 on it?
Mhm, and I'm gonna buy me a dog.
Oh, yeah, you really like that one.
We can't live without that one.
It's their best song.
But I don't know which one Auntie Griselda's on.
Oh.
It's the first one.
No.
Is it?
It's more of
No.
the Monkees.
Or is it more of the Monkees?
No. I had 3. I
It's
think
the green one, right?
no, I think it's the gray. It's there.
The outlines.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Pisces, Aquarius.
Yeah, I think
something
that's
and
it.
Jones. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Next
thought it was on the
question. This
green one.
one's broke my brain.
Yeah,
Elsie no longer celebrates Christmas.
Because you didn't
Oh,
pick a
because you
Christmas
didn't pick a
album.
Christmas
Oh.
album. But did Linda
yes, I
Ronstadt do
did.
a Christmas
Hmm.
album?
Ooh,
What?
it doesn't have to be that way as a Christmas song.
Technically,
Oh,
that's the
kinda
only
is.
Christmas
It
song
is.
she gets.
She gets to play that on repeat for all December.
It'll become like Last Christmas.
Okay, so this is a non-music related question.
Okay.
And it's another one for life. Okay.
Oh dear.
So drastic.
Yep. You can watch one actor.
Wait, what?
That doesn't work.
Why?
Oh, okay.
Because
they have to be in the movie.
They have to be in the movie. I don't care if they're just in
Oh.
a split second. They have to be in the movie or TV show.
Actor or actress, right?
Yeah. What actor or actress?
Oh, that's hard.
So you only get to pick between actor or actress. You don't get one of
I
each.
think I'd pick somebody who's like a background actor a lot, who has like 500 movies in their repertoire.
Like
That
the
is
guy
smart.
that's always an old guy sitting on the bench.
yeah.
I
he
don't
was
even
on
know
everything.
his name, but he's always good. What
Yeah.
movie is he even in? I'm trying to
I
think
don't
of
know.
what
He
movie
Well, he's
in.
on a lot of TV shows.
He's on like everything.
He was, like,
and
on Laverne
he
and
never
Shirley, I
looked any
think.
different
Mm-mm.
from like the 30s to the 60s.
We saw a young picture of him, like in the 1800s.
It wouldn't have been 1800s.
No, it was like early 1900s, like World War One era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he like died in the 80s and he was pretty old.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
If he was born in
It was like a
1900,
picture
would've
when he
been
was like in
87.
his 20s or
Yeah,
something
so it was
like that.
probably
And he still looked like
1900s.
an old guy.
Yeah, he did.
Let me think. Okay, somebody who has been, versatile in roles even. Who would it be? Well,
man.
I know she kind of plays the same thing and all that, but in my top running for this, because I'm going to have to think about it and maybe pick a few, and then Doris Day
Mm.
is one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Doris Day has comedy.
Mm-hmm.
She does have one. She has a couple that are thriller, more
Mhm.
intense.
Yeah.
She has even some like Young at Heart, which is technically somewhat comedy, somewhat drama. It's more, I think probably Doris Day. Then you get TV shows. She has her own TV show, so you get to see actors in that. Doris Day would be my pick.
Yeah, that's a really good pick.
Mm-hmm.
Because what is that one with Rex Harrison? What is it?
Midnight
Lace. Yeah, if you haven't seen Midnight Lace, go watch it because it really shows off her
I have
acting
a rabbit
skills.
trail on that one.
Oh,
So
wait. Is it going to give away anything in the plot? Because we don't want to give away any
I haven't
spoilers.
watched the movie.
Okay.
So no.
But the other day, you should preface it how you
Yeah.
found this out.
So the other day we were garage selling and we found some old magazines. And there was this one article that said something about blackmail and murder about at Doris Day or
I think
something.
it was like a photo play magazine or something.
Yeah, it was Photo Play, I think. Yeah. And what it was is when she wasn't even that big of a star yet.
It was one of her earlier movies.
No, Midnight Lights was, yeah. But it wasn't during that filming.
Oh.
This plot was made against her that they were going to, these two guys got this one guy involved. Okay? They came up to this guy in a bar and told, we want to kidnap Doris Day.
So this really happened?
Yes, this really happened. We want to kidnap Doris Day, like lure her to a house is what they were going to do.
Okay.
Okay?
Set something up at somebody's house.
Yep. So she's kind of like trusting. Okay, so she comes on her own well.
Mhm.
They're going to drug her, take pictures, and blackmail her.
Okay.
All right. And so at first they're like, we're not going to do anything rough. So that's why he went along with it, because he had already done time. He
Okay.
didn't really want to be a part of it, but we're not going to be rough. So he was getting jobs as background people.
We're going to drug her, but it's not going to be rough.
Yeah. Background people. And then eventually what happened is they kept getting rougher and he backed out and he actually saved her life. And she the article said she just kind of sloughed it off.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of like, yeah, just kind of went about her merry way until Midnight Lace. She wasn't sure about taking that role because it traumatized her because she found out about this plot. Because it's that thriller kind of, don't know who to trust.
I mean, I think Midnight Lace is an Alfred Hitchcock, isn't it?
Mhm.
It is, I
Yes.
believe.
And it actually stopped production mid. It got so bad she had to go home.
So I'm confused, though. Like, how'd she find out?
The guy, he
Ended up telling the
the guy they
plot
got at
because
the
he
bar.
said, "I'm not doing it,"
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
and then he got hospitalized and told the detectives.
what he was going to do.
Yeah,
Exactly.
because yeah.
Exactly. But I mean, that puts a whole different light on her acting
Yeah.
when you go to watch that movie.
Wow.
So.
Now I need to watch that movie again.
Yeah.
I mean, she's even good in Man Who Knew Too Much, which is Alfred Hitchcock.
Oh, yeah, that one is too, with Jimmy Stewart.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking now to answer the question, Jimmy Stewart would be a good one. Because that does give you a very wide variety. I thought about John Wayne because I do like John Wayne movies. It's makes me nostalgic, makes me think of watching them with Papa. But I don't. I think I would want somebody with a little bit more variety. Like he's in other stuff that's not Western, but most of his stuff is Western. Cary Grant though.
I thought about him.
I think I would have to go with Cary Grant.
Really?
Yes. Because I really, really enjoy his acting. Like that what was that one movie we watched with him? Where he totally didn't play Cary Grant.
Is
He's
it
kind
the
of an
suspicious one?
Yeah, it was like
Suspicion one?
Suspicion.
That was
Yeah.
another Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah, he was really good in that. He's really good in North by Northwest. That was a great movie. But then he also is like Monkey Business.
Or
I love
Arsenic and
Monkey
Old
Business,
Lace.
Arsenic and Old Lace. I mean, I really like him.
Or I Was an Army War Bride.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
Yes,
a good
that
one.
one
That
is
is a
really
good
good.
one.
That one's really good. Yep.
You're right. That's a good choice.
I think I'd have to pick someone in musicals. I don't think I could give up Seven Brides for Seven Brothers.
Well, you
So
could
who
pick
would you
like
pick?
I don't
Howard
really
Keel.
know.
Howard
But
Keel.
He's in
pretty,
a lot.
Yeah, but he's also pretty limited. Like, I also really like movies in the 80s. I'd have to give it Back to the Future. I don't know if anybody who is in Seven Brides or Seven Brothers is in Back to the Future, but
Well, I believe Howard Keel and I can't remember, what's her name?
Jane Powell?
Jane Powell were both on sitcoms in the 80s, like Love Boat.
That's
Yeah.
true.
true.
Yep.
That's one thing I couldn't give up, I know, is my sitcoms. I
Yeah,
love sitcoms.
that's hard.
See, that's why I picked Doris Day, because she has a sitcom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would want somebody that would, like, showcased or guest starred on all the sitcoms. Because, yeah, I love
Yeah.
sitcoms.
What about you, Linda? What actor or actress?
Oh, I don't know. I prefer more the era than the one. If I could only watch, I'm changing your question.
It's okay.
I would like to just pick one era that if I had to only pick one
Okay.
for movies, because I like Jimmy Stewart, I like Henry Fonda, I like Doris Day, I like movies of that era. In fact, there's one movie I want to watch tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Remember what's called?
Was it Caesar something?
Champagne for Caesar, I think.
Champagne. Wasn't it Cinderella? Something.
Oh, yeah, Cinderella Smith.
Cinderella Smith.
Oh, yeah. With somebody's dad. An
Vincent
actor's-
Price.
No, that's the Caesar Champagne one.
The Champagne for Caesar.
Is
that
that
was
the
the
one
one.
we-
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was at the sale.
Vincent
that we-
Price. Ronald,
Ronald Coleman.
Coleman.
Yeah.
And
I didn't know the
who's
gal's
the
name.
woman?
Celeste Holm.
Oh,
Holm.
Celeste. Yes, I do know her.
You know who Celeste Holm is.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we're going to watch it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we should.
I love classic movies.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, the newer ones
Well, we can get on this, and we always do.
Yeah.
But that people don't act anymore.
yeah.
Kind of random, but an actor that is way underappreciated is Pat Morita.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He is.
Yeah.
I just got to
It's
thinking
true.
about actors, and he's way underrated.
Mm-hmm.
Because
there's not any character actors anymore, like McCoys, the real McCoys, Walter Brennan,
Walter
Yeah.
Brennan. I
Walter
know.
Brennan, and Chill Wills. Is that his name?
Chill Wills.
And
Mm-hmm.
even Festus,
Oh
Yeah.
my word, King
Ken
Curtis.
Ken Curtis. I mean, they're just so good. So, and the problem is that I don't think that they didn't have the. I know the studio days had a lot of problems,
Mm-hmm.
but they got to do different things. They didn't get stuck in one. if you were a superhero in one, you didn't necessarily have to be a superhero in another.
Right.
So,
And that grew your skill.
yeah, right.
You know,
Well,
you
the s-
developed it.
The studios knew how to do that, and they weren't so focused on money that they just used something that was already popular to crank out movies about that.
right.
And that's what's happening now. And they want actors and actresses that they can actually control.
Well, and they got it usually from an actual book.
Yes.
Yep,
That-
the plots were from
Mhm.
books.
So,
That is my wheelhouse. I mean, come on, people. You already have a story planned out. You just have to cut some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And not even that so much. That's what Disney did. I mean, who would know 101 Dalmatians if Disney hadn't made a movie?
I know. People probably the readers will probably be like, "That's not true," and it's like, yes, I get it. It was a popular book. He did a good job, but it is true that Disney really did a lot.
Well, the
For fairy
popularity may have
tales.
died out.
He
Yeah.
preserved it.
Exactly. The preservation of it.
Yep. And I'm one who likes both the book and the movie. But
I'm a traditionalist. I grew up with the Disney movie, so when I read the books, I'm always disappointed.
Yeah,
I just have to read them as separate stories.
Yeah, I really do like. I would say to read 101 Dalmatians by who is it?
it's a woman.
Dottie?
Dottie West.
Dottie West. Yep, I really liked it, but one I just couldn't do was Bambi.
Bambi
I
is by
liked-
Felix Salten.
I like Disney better.
I'll tell you one movie I like. I don't know if you guys have watched it or not.
Dottie Smith.
Dottie
Dottie
Smith.
West
Dottie West
is
is
a
a country
singer.
singer. That's
yeah,
what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I knew it was
I'm
Dottie.
like, that doesn't sound right.
Okay. Anyway.
Fred McMurray.
Huh?
Okay, this is a quiz, girls. Fred McMurray, and you know what I'm talking about?
Fred McMurray.
It's Fred McMurray
So what movie is it? Is that what you're?
and Ma and Pa Kettle, I believe, are in it also.
Oh, I know.
I know what
Who-
you're talking about.
Who's
Yes.
the woman? She-
Claudette Colbert.
Cla-
Isn't it?
Claudette. I was going to say
Mm-mm.
Colbert.
It's not
It,
Claudette
isn't it
Colbert?
the gal and it grows on trees?
Irene Dunn?
No.
No, it's
uh-uh.
not.
It's
It's
Claudette Colbert.
It is Claudette Colbert.
I
Yeah.
have
The
watched
Egg and I?
that
The
one.
Egg and I.
The Egg and I.
That movie is
Yeah.
so good.
We
Yeah.
have that book too. We should.
Yeah,
read that
it's
one.
it's a true story, but I don't think theirs is actually true.
Right.
The movie part, but it's a hoot.
I think that's where they introduced the characters of Mom and Pa Kettle, wasn't it? That the
Oh, I
movies
think
went
so.
off of?
I think so.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I
yes.
believe so. Which the Mom and
Yeah.
Pa Kettle movies are hilarious too.
You're right.
But yeah,
Yeah.
The Egg and I is a really good movie.
Mm-hmm.
Fred McMurray is a good actor.
Yeah, he is. He is. That's another one.
Easy to watch.
I can't choose.
Yeah.
Your question is just impossible to answer.
because he's
See,
good. in
that's
all
the
his-
thing why I would choose somebody like that you don't even know the name of, but is in like 1,058 movies.
Mhm.
Not 59.
Not 59. No.
Well, I mean, you choose Alfred Hitchcock, you get quite a few. They're all going to be suspenseful, but he's in it almost every single
You're
one
gonna
of
be
his.
living life on the edge of your seat.
Yeah.
I couldn't do
Yeah.
it. Couldn't do it. I can
You
only do
wouldn't-
select ones of his.
You wouldn't trust anybody.
If you had to pick one, though, Shelly,
Yes.
I think you would actually pick Scott Baio. Because he guest starred on shows that you like.
I could see that.
You
Yeah.
love Happy Days. You love Diagnosis Murder.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't born till 60 what?
I know it
mean,
cuts
you
out a
lose
lot.
all the good movies.
I know.
I'm
But
sorry,
Shelley,
but you know,
Shelley is actually more of a TV show person, I feel like.
I am.
That is true.
I totally am.
Not
Like,
that
Do
you
I
dislike
love going
movies.
to the movies
but-
in theaters? Yeah, but I'm not really a movie person. I mean, there's movies I love and I've watched way too many times, as you guys know.
because another thing,
Go ahead.
Ricardo Montalban's a good actor.
Mhm.
Speaking of going to the
Yes.
movies, we just went to Con. They're
They're
at
at
the
the
Con,
Con.
It
and
was so good.
Fantastic actor.
plus you get Fantasy Island.
Yep.
If
Plus, you get
pick
all his
Ricardo
young
Montalban.
ones with Esther Williams, and he's so cute on that.
And there's
He
musicals.
would be a good pick because I was thinking of Red Skelton and I'm like, he has such good movies. But he is on, I think, 2 with Ricardo Montalban.
Mhm.
So,
What were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just going to say that we've been binging Star Trek: The New Generation,
The Next Generation.
and what's his name?
Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart. Yeah, I was going to say Captain Picard, but
That's his name too.
yeah, that's his name too. excellent actor.
I know.
You know, Xena and I were discussing this, I think it was last night, that other roles that I've seen him in or you've seen him in weren't the best, but he's always given roles that are hard to live up to. Like when he played Captain Ahab or even Scrooge. It's hard to live up to those roles that have already been nailed by other actors. And I feel like Patrick Stewart is somebody that people cast as a tough guy. But he really has a softness to him.
Well, that's why I like about the
On Star Trek.
on Star Trek.
It really
'Cause
shows his
it shows
ability.
his- but you know what? I kind of liked him as Scrooge. I don't. You can't get past Alistair Sim. That's
Well,
true.
That's my problem.
You know, but yeah, the Moby Dick one, the whole thing stunk.
It
The
was
one-
the
yeah.
writers. I mean,
The
come
writers
on.
were really bad at that one.
Yeah.
And Gregory Peck. I mean, it's a role that shouldn't be touched.
I
really.
mean, how could this is a one to say? I mean, what movie role is hard? They nailed it so much. The actor, nobody else can really play it.
I definitely say Captain Ahab with Gregory Peck.
And
I mean-
Scrooge, Alistair Sim.
I'm going to not say that one because you can still do adaptations of that.
Yes, but
Such as, like, you can do it in a different way.
Mhm.
Well, and I have to say that somebody did give Alistair Sim a run for his money. Mr. Magoo.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
See
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying there with the character, though?
well,
That is true.
Scrooge McDuck was pretty good too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. No,
And-
the star of the Scrooge McDuck Christmas Carol was Goofy.
Yeah.
He's the best Jacob Marley. I'm telling you.
Yes.
Do you know how to do that? Who's the one who makes that sound?
You.
The Goofy falling.
No, Vivian Lee
I was gonna say
and Clark Gable
Mhm.
and
Call me
well and Melanie.
Olivia de Havilland.
Yeah,
Yeah, that movie pretty much.
all the
It's
actors there.
untouched.
You
You
can't.
can't touch it.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people have seen Gone with the Wind.
Yeah. Tell us in the comments if you haven't.
Yeah.
You must see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and watch it really because the acting. There is so much nonverbal acting in that
Right.
movie where it's their expressions.
Mhm.
I
What-
love it.
Yeah, in the theater is really where.
Yeah, we went to see it in the theaters. It was so cool.
Mhm.
If you look at your local theater, see if they play flashbacks because you will be so happy you saw those flashback movies on the big screen how they were meant to be seen. It really makes a difference.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And of course, there's Star Wars, Harrison Ford, and that whole crew.
Oh,
Mhm,
yeah.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, everybody in
Oz
that was
was
fantastic.
good.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. I'm going to probably get tarred and feathered for this.
Uh-oh.
Tarred and feathered,
Probably,
Bum,
yeah.
not
ba-dum,
just
bum.
feathered or tarred.
But Harrison Ford could be replaced as Indiana Jones. But Sean Connery could not be replaced as his father.
I'm gonna say though
I'm
that
gonna
Harrison
disagree.
Ford couldn't be replaced as Indiana Jones.
Mm-mm.
Although I think that Sean Connery owned the role even more than Harrison. How could
That's my point.
that?
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree with you that he is complete epicness in the
Mhm.
what's the third movie called?
The Last Crusade.
Last Crusade.
Yeah.
Yeah, he opened up a can of worms. I know that's your favorite Xena, and I agree. I think it's the best. But you couldn't have it without the setup of the first one.
Yeah.
So you got to give it to Harrison Ford because he created that character
Oh
Mhm.
yeah,
from the first.
That's what I'm saying. I think
Yeah. Well, my
Well-
point is, I think he's just. I don't know. I think he makes the movie.
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery makes
the third movie.
the third movie.
Well, I can't
But
see
it's their
any.
interaction too.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
I can't see anyone else playing his dad. Like Sean Connery did such a good job, and it's so like anti what he usually does. You know,
Mhm.
it's James Bond.
The floor's on fire.
The floor, it's on fire.
They got a son.
Oh yeah.
Can you think of any other ones?
Roles? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I just thought of one because of quotes. Princess Bride.
Yep, I was
Oh.
gonna
Oh,
say
yeah.
that one.
Mm.
The cast in that, I can't see anybody else playing those roles.
Mm-mm.
Not a single one. Not even down to Peter Falk.
And I'm going to give a shout out to Carrie Ellis for his book. If you have not read his book about the making of Princess Bride, go read it because it will make you enjoy the movie even more and get to know the people and who they thought maybe should be in it and then should not have been. The people they got were perfect for every role.
Well, when you were reading that, it came down to even the smallest roles, like the priest. I mean,
Yep.
that guy
Yep.
owned his role, and he's in it for how long? Marriage.
Yep.
Everybody knows that scene.
Yep. And it was known that he was supposed to have a speech impediment, but it wasn't really described what it was. So for him to take that, it was hard for the cast not to burst out laughing when he did that because they're like, "What?"
Yeah, a personal story with that one. I know you all have heard this story, but it was just so funny I have to share it. So Shelly and I were looking on IMDb to see the cast, and we're looking through it, and we see the impressive clergy, and we're like, "Who's the impressive clergy?" And then it dawns on us. We look at each other and we go, "Mowage."
In unison.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Well, I just thought of another one. It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh yeah.
Jimmy Stewart and Donna Reed. I mean, all of them. I forget what's even Uncle Billy. I mean, who plays the dad on?
I
Gone with
have
the
one
Wind,
that's totally different from what people have said. Aladdin, Robin Williams as the genie.
I was
Oh,
going to
yeah.
say that. Yeah. I was trying to, I had that in my head and it popped right out.
Honestly, you know, and we don't need to get too much into Disney and that, but honestly, that wasn't even fair to any actor.
It
No.
wasn't. I give it to Will Smith a little bit. Like, I can't listen to his version of Friend Like Me, but I got to give it to him because I'm going to be harder on him because Robin Williams just nailed that role.
It really is the same, though, for any of the Disney movies because even Lumiere,
Oh yeah,
Jerry
Yeah.
Orbach just nailed that.
Right.
Lumiere.
Unless they do a live action like they did the very first one that they made, the Cinderella, where they changed it enough that people wouldn't be comparing it
Yeah.
and didn't just, change the topic of things.
Something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Something also that's really fun to watch is because Angela Lansbury and what's his name?
Jerry Orbach.
Played in Murder She Wrote together too.
Yes,
and their
yes.
interaction is really fun on that as well. They were in Beauty and the Beast together, and then they did that.
Yeah. Another one, now that we're on this, David Ogden Stiers is an amazing actor. He
Yeah,
is a
he
good
is.
actor.
Yeah, he was just on Star Trek. We were watching him. Star Trek Next
He's
Generation.
good on Murder, She Wrote, and I'm going to do another little plug, Pocahontas. He plays both the bad guy and Wiggins.
I want footage of that.
Uh-huh.
I want to see him do both roles, like how he did that, because they're so different.
You know, that's something really fun to watch, is when they have the behind-the-scenes footage of people doing the voice acting.
And the difference that if you watch the directing of it, like just one little bit of inflection makes in how the character's portrayed.
Yeah, this kind of takes us to something you've always said, Linda, which I think I appreciate. You know, when we've done acting or whatever, everybody you meet is a new adventure. You always tell us that. And you can always use those experiences and the people you meet for creative purposes to share that personality, because people have so many different personalities to enjoy. And as we're talking about these Disney movies, I'm thinking of the fact I heard about Angela Lansbury when she was going to be Mrs. Potts, and she completely based the way that she spoke and delivered Mrs. Potts off of a lady that she actually knew, who owned a little tea room in England.
matters.
Yeah.
One thing I always, and this is totally off what I originally had.
Which that's the point, though. We kind of
Yeah,
just put the question out there.
sparks
and then it
conversation.
sparks our conversation.
Yeah. But on my part at least. I always think it's interesting to
I made it easier for me.
You did.
Yes.
You
We
made
raised
it
the
easier
question
for
for
everybody.
Easier
Round of applause for
everybody.
Linda.
I just come up with the questions. They can be modified. I always think it's cool to actually see the people that are voice actors.
Yeah, like the footage.
Because Steve from Full House plays Aladdin, And like when you realize it, I watched all Full House before I watched Aladdin, and then I went back and watched Full House, and I'm like, oh, I can tell that now.
Yep,
And like I mentioned before, Pat Morita, he's in Mulan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It was like his last thing.
Who does
Plays
he
the
play?
Emperor.
he
Yeah,
plays
he's
the
like one
Emperor,
of my
doesn't he?
favorite characters in it,
Uh-huh.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, he actually nails it. And Donny Osmond, he sings for Shang.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of if there's anybody else.
Well, I'm a big Leah Salona fan.
Oh yes.
So she sings for Jasmine and Mulan, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So once I heard that, then I look her up and found other music
If
hers.
you were talking about actors that you didn't realize voiced a character, and then you go back after you're grown up and watch it, it's gonna be a Barbie movie, yes. But The
Mhm.
Princess and the Pauper, Martin Short as the villain.
As Preminger.
It's different after you
Yes.
have watched Martin Short, and then you hear him voice it like that's all you can see.
Martin Short and Steve
Martin.
Martin are probably my two favorites.
Yes.
I-
Gold.
Uh, Together, they are so funny. Of
Mhm.
course, there's the Father of the Bride,
That's another one.
which is hilarious. But Inner Space.
Except Steve Martin's not in that one.
No, he's not in it,
no.
but Martin Short.
That is like one of my all-time favorite movies.
I laughed so hard in that I could, my stomach hurt
yes.
because of
yes.
him.
Yes.
He was, that one's one people should watch.
Yeah,
One
that's
of the
good.
just brilliant, and his acting is so good in it.
Yes. it is.
Because yes, he's comedic, but I feel like in Father of the Bride, he's all comedic. Like he's frank. Everything is supposed to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
In Inner Space, it really shows his a little bit more serious side. The
Mhm.
character is just completely lovable.
Mhm.
It's like, oh my,
It's one of
word.
those movies that it's honestly a crime that they didn't make the sequel they intended to make because it's
Mhm.
just so good and it leaves an opening for a sequel and it just makes you want to cry when you think they didn't do it.
But
No.
the sequel to Father of the Bride is really good.
Yes, that one
Yes,
is
Father of
fantastic.
the
And-
Bride 2 is really
I'm
good.
sorry, Steve Martin, that's one that can't be replaced.
No, that
No.
role. He
No,
aced
no.
that.
And I'm sorry, he's way better than Spencer Tracy.
Well, it's totally different movies.
Yeah,
so you
true.
can't judge it completely because they were supposed to play it differently.
The original
Right.
wasn't a comedy.
Yeah, my opinion, I thought it was kind of lame. the
I don't
original,
feel like
but-
I've kind of read little pieces of the book. I don't think the book's as much comedic either.
Yeah, I
No.
don't think it is either. And I haven't watched the sequel, the older sequel. I've just watched the newer sequel.
It's about the same.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've gone a little over the time, then I should probably put a plug for our website because, we got to promote ourselves too instead of just talk with one another. So if you haven't been, please go to www.sisterlove.org and check out our website, read our bios, email us if you'd like to make a comment. Also, we're on Facebook and Instagram, and we should be now on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, YouTube. So please check us out on all the social media and follow us. We'd love to share with you there as well as here.
Yep. And what do we have coming up? We should talk a little bit about our events that we're looking forward to seeing people at. Thank you to the churches who have reached out and joined the New Beginnings tour. We really appreciate that, and I know that everyone at Whispering Ponies Ranch is going to be blessed by the gift we're going to give and that you're contributing to. So thank you for that, and we cannot wait to come and share music with all of you. And then, of course, we announced that we're headed to Montana in June.
In June, yeah.
So we're really looking forward to that. Any of you who don't get to see us that often and you're on the West Coast there, please head on over. Where is it located?
Trout Creek, Montana. It'll be for their music festival through Trout Creek Community Church is the one that's putting it on. So they're going to have a huge music festival with all sorts of vendors and different bands, and then we'll be the headliner band for
Is
that
it near
night.
Sandpoint, Idaho?
It's about 2 hours from
2 hours.
Sandpoint, I believe. 2 or 3 hours. Yep. So, which Sandpoint is beautiful. If you get a chance to stop there, go there. But also upcoming events. So our first public coming up would be May 18th. We're going to be at the Maple Leaf Parish we'll be at Spring Valley Methodist Church Preston Methodist Church, and the historic Lenora Church that day, all for the New Beginnings tour. So normal service times, you can look it up on their website. The next Sunday after that, we will be at the Fountain Church and the Cherry Grove Church. So those are all for the New Beginnings tour. Speaking of that tour, we did have a deadline for churches May 1st, but we do still have some openings, and we'll make it work any day of the week that you would like to bring us, and no charge to the church. So feel free to reach out and bring the New Beginnings tour to your church.
I was going to actually bring up and see if everybody wanted to say something or talk a little bit about our recording experience. Just what we've been doing, that we have singles we're working on. I know that we announced that. We're looking forward to sharing it with all of you, and it has just been a great learning experience, and it's been fun. We have the instrumental tracks done so far. And
We
then
have most of the band recorded, so we're excited about
The
that.
musicians were phenomenal.
Yes,
Amazing.
We love all of them.
Yeah, I learned a lot just watching, and Zach, he's amazing.
Yes,
know.
Zach,
It's
our
great.
producer, huge shout out because
Yeah.
he is great.
I know. I'm just sitting there and I'm watching him, like, with his technology and everything, and how he's cutting and pasting and hearing at the same time.
So quickly.
I mean, Doug Otto was the guy who did the guitar for us. Fantastic guitar player. I mean, Doug just comes up with something and it's magic. But he, takes it, puts it in the place where it's supposed to be. I'm like, this is incredible.
Everybody worked together seamlessly, and we're so thankful for that. One thing that we're super thankful to Zach for suggesting and Doug for being willing to do is the guitar that we'll be using on the singles is our great-grandfather's guitar. So that's a special little note when they are released that you can think about, that it's our great-grandpa Joe's guitar that we had used on the tracks.
Yeah, every time a guitar
guitarist,
musician, sees this guitar, they go, "Oh, yeah." And then when they go to play it, it's like, "Wow, this is something." It's a
guild. So, and it's
guild.
I think even Doug says like circa 1960 or
Mhm.
something like
That
that.
would
which
be
you
about
said he
right.
probably got it about then.
Mm-hmm.
And you've told me stories that it went back and forth, and it's something that it ended up back in our hands,
Right,
because he
right.
did sell it.
Mm-hmm.
And
To a
then-
friend.
Yeah, and then bought it back.
Yeah.
So I love it. I can't play any other guitar.
Yeah, that's all you play.
We call him Gilly.
Yep. Yeah.
Gilly the Guild.
Yeah. All the musicians were.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give a shout out just so they get the recognition too. Pete Hennig, the drummer.
Yeah. he
Lots
was
of
good.
fun, Pete. You made the whole experience a blast
Yeah.
and really creative. And then Andy
Yeah.
Schuster, on bass.
Yeah, he was really good too.
Yeah.
He had a lot of energy. That
And of course, Zach Hollander is our producer from the Pro Recording Studio, all from the Minneapolis area. So we're super excited to keep you updated on that. Want to do one more question?
I had one and now I forgot it. So
I did. This is just kind of back to the voice acting, but one person I didn't want to kind of talk about was Ken Curtis in Robin Hood.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I
He plays.
forget.
Is he Nutsy?
Think
Oh,
so.
he's
Yeah.
one of
Yes,
the.
he's
Trigger.
one of-
He's
one-
Trigger. He's
Him
right?
and
Yeah,
Goober.
Goober, who is George Lindsay.
Yes.
Yeah, George
Yeah.
Lindsay plays Nutsy. Yeah.
the vultures that are. I forgot all about
Yeah.
that. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Well, that one
they're-
is packed with stars. I mean, Roger Miller does the
Love that.
rooster for it.
Mhm.
And yeah, that one has a lot of stars in it, actually.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Robin Hood is so
Well,
cozy.
and the Rescuers, Bob Newhart,
yeah.
and-
Bob Newhart.
Zaza.
Zsa.
Is it Zsa Zsa or is
Ava.
it
It's
Ava?
Ava.
It's
Ava.
Ava. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's the one that did Duchess, too.
Yeah.
She did both.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
From
believe it's
Aristocats.
Ava.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Zsa Zsa is the one on Artists and Models with Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis.
I don't remember her on that really, but
Just some fun and silly movies to watch if you haven't watched any. When you were talking about
Mm-hmm.
is Cat Ballou.
Oh, that's a great one.
Has Stubby K and Nat King Cole singing throughout They're just fun.
They are. They are.
And
Lee Marvin's hilarious. isn't he?
Lee Marvin is
Oh, such a
hilarious.
fantastic actor.
Yeah.
Well, of course, Jane Fonda.
Yeah, Jane
Is
Fonda.
Cat
But
Blue.
is there another one that you... just
movie?
yeah, it's not highly intellectual, but it's fun.
Oh, support your local sheriff.
Oh, yeah.
with
that-
James Garner.
Goodness,
That-
we quote that movie all the time.
That is another one of my
Yeah.
all-time favorite
Basically,
movies.
I'm just on my way
Wait,
to Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah, back to Doris Day, The Thrill of It All. I love
That
that one.
one's
With
good.
James Garner.
Move
too.
Over,
Yeah.
Darling's pretty good too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
that
think
one's
I
good.
like The Thrill of It All better. but
Really?
Yeah.
With Happy Soap.
Yeah, Happy Soap. Yeah.
Yeah. Rockabye Baby with Jerry Lewis is
Oh.
good.
Jerry
Oh,
Lewis
yeah.
is a genius.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
An absolute genius. He got mimicked a lot, and people didn't give him the
Give him
the
credit,
credit
yeah.
that he needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Speaking of being mimicked, though, this is a later movie, but Peggy Sue Got Married, Jim Carrey. That's what got me thinking Peggy Sue Got Married.
Because he mimicked him, yeah.
Yeah. But Peggy Sue Got Married is good.
Peggy
That one's
Sue
good.
Got
That
Married
one's
is
really
good.
good.
Yeah.
That movie always makes me cry at the end.
Yeah, and you should let us know if you've watched any of these or you
Yeah.
have any movies
Yeah,
you like.
classic movie suggestions because
Mhm.
we love that. We love sharing it with people and watching good movies and seeing the acting and the storyline.
And we'll have a critique on what is the movie we're watching?
We're watching Champagne for Caesar.
Champagne for Caesar. I believe it's on YouTube.
Hopefully so.
Yeah, we'll find it. We'll find it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
little
Yeah, 'cause
nervous
that's
about
another
Vincent
one that
Price.
reminds me, you can find actually some great classic movies on YouTube where they have
Yeah.
the full. So be sure to try to find that because we watched that one movie with Irene Dunn that somebody brought up. It Grows on Trees.
Yes.
That is a
love
funny
that
movie.
Love
Irene
that
Dunn
movie.
is hilarious.
hmm And Life with
Um,
Father with her is good too. We use those lines in there.
Yeah.
It's just a pug dog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
You
If
have
you
to
watch
watch
the
it.
movie, you'll understand.
Yeah.
Also, on YouTube, I don't know what the movie's called, but there's that one with Ronald Reagan.
Which? Oh yeah, where his mother comes. Is that the one
Yeah.
you're talking
Yeah,
about?
Yeah.
and his mother
Oh.
starts dating again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one's a good
Yeah.
What
one.
is her name?
I forget
gal
the
who plays his
actress's
mother?
name.
No,
I
she
don't
dates
even
the
know what-
grocery guy.
Yeah, I don't even know the name of the
She's
movie.
so sweet
Uh-huh.
on
Mhm.
the.
Well, Ronald Reagan in the movie's young. For one thing, he's cute. He is such a good actor and funny.
He didn't get the
Yes.
credit he should have got.
Yeah.
And not to mention he was like the greatest president.
Shelly loves Ronald Reagan.
Definitely in the top two.
Yeah. Ronald Reagan and Shelley have the same sense of humor.
Yes. Yep. Pretty epic.
Is her name Hope or is it?
I'm trying to find it. I'm
Oh.
trying to find his IMDb.
That sounds right, actually.
Yeah. Another YouTube movie I really love, and you have to find the ending clip because for copyright reasons they had to cut it. But Kiss and Tell.
Oh yeah, with Shirley Temple. She's
Yes,
older
That
in
is
it.
my favorite.
I don't. What's that one?
Holy
Nah.
cow, Corliss.
Oh,
Yeah, with
Yeah.
Dexter. It's with Dwight. Oh, what's his name? Dwayne Hickman's brother.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dwight Hickman, isn't it?
Is it Dwight? I don't know.
He
That's
looks like
another
him.
actor who's in Cat Blue, Dwayne Hickman. He's
Yeah.
funny
Oh,
in
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Hallelujah, brother.
Yeah, we speak in movie quotes, so if you watch these movies, you'll start to know our lingo.
Yeah.
Of course, our favorite is That Thing You Do.
Yeah.
Any person in the music industry should watch that.
The
It's
theatrical version's
That
the
is
best.
why if
Yeah,
you ever hear
theatrical
us
version.
call Linda Mr. White, you gotta watch that movie. Yeah,
It's got great songs too.
it does. It does.
Mm-hmm.
I have like all the songs on my playlist.
Can't find it, huh?
I'm looking at him. Do you think it'd be after This Is the Army?
Yes.
Yes.
Probably. I think
Yeah.
he's older.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That reminded me because he's on one with Doris Day. Do you remember this one with Doris Day where she plays she's works at the cafeteria on a movie set?
Yes, it has
Oh, it has just all the actors
Gordon
from
McRae.
that.
Is that no?
I don't
The-
know.
Who is the guy? I always forget his name on
Me
Romance
too.
in the High Seas.
Me too. I can't think of his name.
Okay, I got one for you
Hmm.
because I can't remember, so I'm going to ask you. Mr. Blandine's.
Builds
his
his
dream
house.
house.
Yeah, who's the actor?
Cary Grant.
Oh, Cary Grant.
I think. Yeah.
yeah,
Cary Grant. Yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. He was funny in that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think I've watched that one.
Yeah. Well, we need to watch that one together.
But
Is
another
that-
one with all the different actors that I
Jack
love.
Carson.
Oh yeah,
That's the guy.
He's-
It's a great feeling. This is the movie right here,
Okay.
where she works as a waitress
Yeah.
at Warner Brothers.
Yeah,
for
that's
the
a goofy
cafe.
one.
Yeah, that one's fun.
That's not the one I wanted.
No. But I'm looking at his filmography, and I'm trying to find which one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, this is probably it. To her family's discomfort, grandmother Louisa starts dating
Yeah.
two
Yes,
men.
what's it called?
Louisa.
Louisa.
Okay,
Who's the
Louisa.
actress? Yeah, that's a good movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on, show me the. Would it be Ruth Hussey?
No, that's his wife.
Mr. Burnside. Let's see. Charles Coburn. Spring Byington.
Right.
Spring Byington. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
Spring
Yep.
Byington. And
Another
she-
great one with all the different actors I love is Hollywood Canteen.
Oh yeah, that was a good
that
one.
one's a cute movie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember that one. Too
It's
much.
about the soldier who comes home and he has this major crush on this movie star.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
got like Betty Davis, the Anders sisters. and-
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, we could go on and on about movies. I mean, and don't even get us started on musicals. There's a question for everybody as we're kind of closing it at the end. What is your favorite, maybe top 3? Okay, I know we love all of them, but everybody, what's your favorite musical?
I'm letting everybody go first because I already got mine.
Well, then maybe you should go first because I'm thinking on mine even still.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, all-time favorite. Love it. Like, my favorite. Then West Side Story.
That's your second
I
favorite?
love the music and the dance scenes.
Mm,
We're
it has
talking
love
movie
it.
musicals, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
And then Meet Me in St. Louis.
Mm.
Those 3 are my favorite.
Those are good.
Stole that one right from under my feet.
That is
Well, it
your
can be the
favorite,
same.
Shelley.
Yeah,
They can be the same.
that one, that thing you do. I mean, that's technically a musical. It's not a stage musical, but
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking more the ones like the Rodgers and Hammerstein or the Irving Berlin that was on stage
Mhm.
and then made into a movie.
mm,
You know.
I know for me, my mind immediately goes to Singing in the Rain because
Oh.
that one holds so many memories for me. Like, it's one of the first movies that I really remember watching,
Yeah, we watched it
As a
lot when we
kid.
were little. Yeah.
and I had a major crush on Gene Kelly. Like, he was my first crush.
I like Calamity Jane.
That was one of
yeah.
my favorites as a
With Doris
kid.
Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't Eat the
and-
Daisies is good too.
That's not a musical.
Yeah, it is.
Well, kinda.
It's more of a Doris Day movie.
Yeah.
Dor-
Yeah.
all
It
Doris
has
Day
it has a
movies are
couple
musicals.
songs in it.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't count as
Doris
actually.
I
Day
think
gets
it's a
her-
play though
musical.
too.
Is
Doris-
there a dance scene?
Yes.
And I, My Fair Lady, I love.
Oh,
yes.
yes.
I
You bring up
love-
a lot of good ones.
And
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were talking about musicals the other day, and I was trying to think like what my favorites would be. Now, Music Man
oh,
Music
Music Man.
Man.
Yeah.
is probably in my top 3.
Mm,
Chitty
yeah.
Chitty Bang Bang's good though too.
Yeah, I always did love Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
I also really like Brigadoon. I think it's a cool
You know,
storyline.
I'm kind of undecided on Brigadoon, and I'm not saying this to say it's a bad movie. It's a really good movie, but it almost, and it's supposed to, it almost gives you a weird vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to.
You know, and I know it's because it's fairy tale, but yeah, I always kind of, I don't know.
Jaylee likes to have weird vibes.
she does.
She likes the fantasy ones, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have to say, Music Man, Sound of Music.
Mm.
I do love Sound of Music.
I don't. That's not even getting into like the Disney movies, like that have a ton of
Mhm,
songs in them.
mhm.
So
As a kid, one of my favorites, well, Calamity Jane. I did love Calamity Jane. One of my favorites was Annie Get Your Gun.
yeah,
Betty Hutton is hilarious in
Yep,
that.
yep.
I'd have to say my favorites right now are probably Meet Me in St. Louis, That Thing You Do, and Captain EO.
Oh no,
Is
we're
that a
not going
musical?
there. Are we?
Shelley, you
There's two
haven't-
songs in it.
Captain what?
Captain
EO.
EO.
It's a short film that played at Epcot starring Michael Jackson.
Oh,
That doesn't count.
It doesn't.
Oh, it
count.
doesn't?
no.
Was it adapted into a stage musical?
Well, there is one now.
I do also like, okay, I like songs from it, and I guess I like the color in it and everything. I don't know if I like the storyline that much, but I do like Bye Bye Birdie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I do think Bye
that
Bye
one
Birdie
is well
fun.
executed.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one, it made me sad the guy died. But I do like South Pacific, actually.
The music is pretty cool in South Pacific.
Mhm.
Bali
I don't
High gives you this
I
weird
wouldn't
vibe,
have
but-
enjoyed it as a kid,
No.
but I enjoyed it as an adult.
Mhm. And I'd like to play a role in it. I feel
Yeah,
like. I
it's
like
one of
doing
those that it would be cool to play
Now
on
it's
stage.
totally inaccurate, okay? And maybe I like it more because we acted in it. But Joseph has some great music.
Joseph in the Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just
Yeah.
not quite crazy about the setup of it, but I do love the songs.
Yeah,
Right.
that's the thing I like. As far as, and it's not really a movie.
Mhm.
So, but as far as the music, I do really like the score to it.
As far as ones that we've acted in, like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, the movie is so good. And again, I have a lot of like childhood memories connected to musicals. So I
Yeah,
think
we
that's
watched
a lot
musicals a
for
lot.
that one. That it's like, yes, I love this movie.
Mhm.
You know, one that people don't think of as a musical, I guess, or maybe even as a movie, but I picked it when we do our birthday month. I picked it last year for June. Was Hans Christian Andersen with Danny Kaye.
Mhm.
I loved that movie as a kid, and it has such fun songs. You know, it really does. And a lot of people I think don't know that one.
Danny Kaye's another good one.
An actor.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Court
Man.
Jester.
Court Jester, that one.
Oh my.
Angela
goodness, yeah.
Lansbury's good in that, too. But so is Glynis John.
And then you get White Christmas and The Secret Life of Walter Mitty and Inspector General.
I mean, that's another one. Like, it seems like every year I kind of forget that I love it that much. But White Christmas is one I really love too because it's
Yes.
not
Mhm.
just a Christmas musical. It has so many other numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one does have a wide variety of
Yeah.
really good musical numbers. Even the dance,
Oh,
all dance numbers.
I just realized my favorite musical, though. I think I can say this, at least today. Maybe for the next 3 years until I obsess over another one. Hello, Dolly.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
I
That
think
one's
Hello,
good.
Dolly is my favorite musical.
and it
This Walter
this is
Math.
Oh, my word.
Is the funniest in
Yes.
that.
this is
And-
taking our conversation full circle. There is no other Dolly.
No.
Barbara Streisand was
Nailed that
perfect
role.
for the
Mhm.
role,
Yeah.
Mhm.
even though she technically was too young for it.
I know. She was my age. She was 26 when she played
Yep.
that.
Yep.
It's like, you don't think that when you watch it.
You're not 26?
No, I'm staying 25 plus. That's right.
Yeah, we don't. We ever.
I'm not even 26 yet. am I?
No, no, you do that, don't you? Get gearing up to accept
yeah,
it.
just accepting it already. Well, when I'm comparing it to the thought of playing Hello Dolly, it's not such a bad. No.
That one, that play, I would love to do live on stage.
Yeah, I know it. Wouldn't that be a fun one to costume?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I
Probably
mean,
my next after Walter Matthau, and that is Cornelius.
Michael Crawford.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
He is so bumbly.
He is. He's so fun.
Well,
I
when
do like
I
Minnie and
Oh,
what's
yeah.
her name?
Molly, isn't it?
Yeah, Miss
Minnie?
Molly.
No,
No. It's Minnie
It's
and-
Miss Malloy.
Miss Malloy.
I
Yeah.
don't remember what
Mhm.
her first name is in it.
Mhm.
But
yeah, their interaction is
Yeah.
really good.
Mhm.
But when I because I watched Hello Dolly as a kid,
Mhm.
and then Michael Crawford's Christmas album was also a staple in our house at Christmas time as a kid. I did not make the connection.
No,
Like I could not believe that he had the voice that he has in the Christmas album
I know.
as he does in Hello Dolly. Even the fact that he played the Phantom on stage for so long, like that score, he has such a great voice, but he so takes on the character that he's just all Cornelius in Hello Dolly.
He doesn't even sing that well.
No.
It's like it's funny.
And yet he can.
I know. He's got a beautiful voice, but in that he's comedic. So it, yeah.
Which Gene Kelly directed it, so
he
that's
did?
how yes,
Mhm.
That's
the
why the dance
dancing,
numbers.
everything is laid out perfectly.
Yeah, Gene Kelly's
Mhm.
amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, he's really good as a director too because we just watched a movie he directed.
Which movie was
Yes,
that?
Doris Day one
Oh, the
with Richard Widmark and
Gig Young.
Gig Young.
That was one of those obscure ones.
Obscure ones on YouTube that I cannot remember the title of now again.
Yeah, me
It was
neither.
about
Gene
yeah.
Kelly directed it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
The one where they were trying to
They were
Yeah, I
trying to have a
didn't watch
kid.
adopt.
Yeah.
And you
I
didn't
was-
watch it?
No, I was at work.
We'll have to rewatch it. Let you watch
then
it. So
don't tell her.
No.
Don't tell her.
we can't spoil it for our audience anyway. So
Yeah.
look up Doris Day movie with Richard
Widmark.
Richard Widmark and Gig Young. It should come up. It's
Right.
about her and Richard Widmark wanting to have a kid. That should be like the synopsis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, looks like we've come to the end of our time today. But before we go, we would like to pick our theme for our top 10s of May. Last month was disco was our theme. So if you haven't seen those, please go to our Facebook page and scroll down and tell your favorites.
That was a hard one.
And everybody had a
Yes,
hard
it
time but
was.
me.
Yeah, well, Shelly picked it. See, we pick out of this bucket, which we're going to do right now, and we all agreed. We wrote down different themes and different genres. And each person who has picked it picks a genre they really like. And Shelly picked disco. And hey, as long as it's Bee Gees, I love all Bee Gees disco.
Shelly claimed all the Bee Gees.
But she took most of the Bee Gees, the good ones.
See, you guys didn't play the game like I did. I went on and found Michael Jackson disco songs that she liked better and took some of
You
her
traded.
Bee Gees. Yeah.
All right,
Because
Linda,
we
what
try
did you
not
pull
to.
out?
I will say for sure, we try not to have the same songs on each other's list. So when
Yeah.
you see the lists, yes, each of us likes the other list.
Mhm.
But we said we cannot pick all the same because we want to give you a variety to listen to. So nobody can pick the same song.
Except we can say, because Mandy isn't here right now, she's still at work, we did judge her for that one pick.
Funky Town.
Funky Town's
Town
not a
is
disco
not
song,
disco,
but
Mm.
We relented.
Well,
pushing it with
and
YMCA.
sometimes you just have to pick ones that aren't your favorite, but maybe they could be.
Right.
So
And that's a way to discover music, and that's what we're all about. Okay.
what is our
What
theme?
would you pull out of the tub?
songs about color.
Songs about
Ooh.
color. That's
I didn't
gonna
even
be
know that one was
fun.
in there.
I put
So
that
does it
one
have
in
to have
there.
color in the title?
Mm,
Like
Well.
a certain color in the
no,
title?
I think it has to talk about colors. You know what I mean? Don't you think?
Or
What-
something to do with colors. Like
I'm already going to tell you.
Mhm.
I don't know
I think I know which one you want.
what?
Color My World.
Oh, I didn't.
You love that song.
I love that song.
Yeah.
It's very short.
Yeah.
No. Blue, blue, my world is, what was the
Love
name?
is blue.
Love is blue. That's mine.
I know, because you sang it.
Unless somebody can find a different version than the one that she likes.
That's true. We do that
Oh,
sometimes.
You know, that's football rules.
I'm
Yeah,
claiming
that is-
one too. And I have to figure out a Bee Gees. This one's gonna be kind of hard. I
So
think.
Shelly, every single month, if you have not noticed, has even bent the rules to get a Bee Gees song on her list every month.
It's going to be hard when we get like 20s music or something in their show.
Yeah.
20s Bee Gees.
Song.
I pushed it for the 50s and
She's
girl
gonna-
group.
She's going to give Barry Gibb a call. She's going to find his number and be like, I need you to do this song for me, please.
It has to be on my top 10.
You know, and he might just do it. So, I hope you look forward to finding out what our full top 10 will be of songs about color. Go look at our disco ones. Also, look at the reels that we've been creating because we've been having a lot of fun doing those.
We've been trying to be all cool and stuff.
Elsie.
I don't have
Only
to
you,
try.
Alice.
All right, and we hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are. We love you all.
And then just to recap, please drop in the comments any classic movies that you'd like us to try or ones that we mentioned that you have watched that are your favorites.
Or an artist you could listen to for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
That
that
was
was
a hard
one.
one.
That was one we started with. Next time, pick easier questions, Shelly.
I'll try.
All right, everybody say bye.
Bye.